I think the problem statement is kind of the democratization of ideas, helping folks who might not be able to afford all of the fancy gear that they see on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, or just tons of people just work primarily in the box
Mm.
for whatever reason, wanting to have multiple instances of something, or if they want to reopen a project and pick up where they left off. Basically, just kind of taking some of the concepts and ideas that I feel like are kind of locked away in, particular formats right now and trying to make them a bit more accessible.
You use the word democratization, and I get the sense from reading other things about you, especially in your musical work, that that's not a throwaway term you're using. Like, can you talk a little bit about the importance of that accessibility and maybe even if it's not too heavy-handed of a way to say it to you, like the political aspect or political motivation, if there is any, behind that mindset?
I would say where I'm coming from is, when I was kind of in college or whatever and kind of thinking about where I imagined my career going, I thought it might be nice to be a teacher. I think teaching music, teaching modular, synthesizers, whatever, always appealed to me. I almost feel like that's kind of still what I'm doing in a way, where by creating products, I feel like I'm encouraging people to think about things in a particular way. I guess you can't totally control or steer what people are going to take away from that experience, but you can kind of probe them to start thinking about things or maybe expanding their horizons. So I would say, in terms of, the democratization, I think that aspect is really just encouraging people to just keep an open mind, go into something maybe expecting to be surprised if you can do that. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily like there's any kind of like political backdrop behind it, but I think in general, it's just kind of like, encouraging people just to think outside the box a little bit, let the box surprise you. You don't know what you're going to get when you open that, the Pandora's box, but hopefully, the experience is fun. And from there, you can kind of like surf the wave that flows out of it.